everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to create custom reusable functions that you can use to perform calculations in Microsoft Excel. No VBAs, no macros. And at the end of this video, I'll show you a pro tip that will allow you to reuse this function in another workbook entirely. So let me show you how to do it. So here we have a sales data here. We have a sales table right here. We're going to use the lambda function. So this is the syntax of the lambda function, and equal to sign. I'm going to type lambda parentheses, and of course the first argument is a parameter. A parameter is x and the second one is y. So the calculation will be x times y, and we close the lambda function. To call this function directly in the cell, we are going to add the value. So I'm going to open another parenthesis and type the values 2, 2. So the first 2 stands for the x parameter and the second 2 stands for the y parameter. If I close this bracket and press enter, the answer will give me 4. So let's replicate that for our total profit. If you want to create this function now, we'll type with our lambda function. I'm going to type lambda, and our first parameter here is going to be sales. Remember, total profit is sales minus cost. The second parameter is going to be cost, and I'm going to put a comma sign. So the third argument, which is our going to be our calculation, I'm going to type sales minus cost. Thereafter, I'm going to close the lambda function with a parenthesis. Then I'll open another parenthesis to include the value so we don't have calculation error. I'm going to include the cell. So we already have total sales in this cell K4. I'm going to select scale, say for I'll put my comma sign, and for our cost we want to sum this range of cells. So what I'll have to type my sum function and then select this range of cells. So I'm going to use my control plus shift key plus down arrow key and select that. Then I'll enclose it with another parenthesis. After typing the other parenthesis right there for the sum function, I'm going to type another parenthesis, insert another parenthesis to close these particular values. Then I'll press enter. Once I press enter, we have the total profit for our cells. So here we have the total profit. But the clause about creating lambda functions within a cell is that you cannot use it within the workbook. If I type an equal to cells, we don't have that function here. Let me show you how to include these functions within your workbook and use it. I'll quickly go to the next sheet. Here we have a simple invoice has been created. So we have quantity, price, amount, and the subtotal is just the sum of this range of cells. So that's the subtotal. We have the tax and we have total. So the total is the subtotal minus tax, but we want to calculate for tax. So we want to include a custom function for tax that we can always reuse for all our invoice. In order to create the lambda function so we can use it in our workbook, I'm going to click on the formulas tab. Under the formulas tab, I'll come to where I have the name manager and select it. We're going to click on new to create a new name. So I'm going to give the name tax rates. This name is going to show up in our functions list. So once you type that, you can also add a comment so people also sharing this workbook will know exactly what this function is doing. So when I come over to this point, we're going to type the lambda function. So I'm going to type the lambda function. I'll include the parentheses. Our first parameter is going to be the subtotal. That is our first parameter, and the second parameter is going to be our tax. So the calculation here is our subtotal times tax. Subtotal times tax, and I close this bracket. If I close that and click OK, you can see that we have a new name in our name manager. Then I'm going to click close. In order to use that lambda function to calculate this tax of 5%, I'm going to click this cell, type an equal to sign, and type tax rate. So as I'm typing the tax, you can see it being listed here among the functions in Microsoft Excel. So I'm going to select my tax rate, and then the argument here is the parameters that we created. So the subtotal, I can select the subtotal here or select it as a range of cells. Then for the tax, our tax is 5%, which is 0.05. And I close this bracket. Once I close this bracket and press enter, we automatically have our tax rate. So this is how you can use lambda function. So we've gotten our tax rate, and of course our total has been calculated. But if we go to another Excel workbook entirely and we click tax rate, we cannot find this tax rate function because this is another workbook. If you have workbooks that you want to also reuse those same functions, let me show you this pro tip. I'll quickly go back to our Excel workbook here. I'll click here to open a new blank sheet. So I'm going to right click here to copy the sheet. When I right click, I'm going to select move or copy. I'm going to move this sheet. So we have several books listed here. This is book 3. We have another new book here. This is the workbook that we went to. You can equally insert it in a new workbook. So I'm going to click this 2017 orders data. We want to move that sheet to this. So we are going to create a copy of this sheet and move it there. So I'll select OK. So after copying this sheet to this workbook, I'll go to where we have our data. If I want to type the tax rate now, as I'm typing the tax rates, you can see it as a function. This is because as we move the workbook, every formula or function that is within the scope of that workbook has moved to our new workbook. So this is how you can reuse it in an entirely new workbook. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you have any question, drop it in the comment section. Thank you.